Happy Thanksgiving week to all of you Mavs fans out there. And the most important question I will ask you guys on today's show is this. Is turkey overrated? Not the country, the food. Type O for overrated, type U for underrated. Is turkey overrated? It's okay to say yes. I won't cancel you because I think that turkey is overrated. It's still good, but it is overrated. If you disagree, type U for underrated, or I guess type P for properly rated. Let me know in the comments how you guys feel about turkey, and then, of course, we'll talk some hoops here on Dallas Mavericks Today. Appreciate everybody dropping in on today's video. I'm your host, Harrison Graham from Chat Sports, and let's talk a little hoops. We'll get into tonight's matchup between the Mavs and Clippers a little later on, but first, we'll start Luka Doncic in the latest around his injury. He is still dealing with pain in his knee from a knee sprain he suffered a couple of weeks ago. He bumped knees with a video coordinator during Monday's practice, apparently, but said on Tuesday that that did not make things matters worse. We don't have to fire the video coordinator now. That is very good news. Kidding, that would have, of course, never happened. He says he is questionable for tonight's game. He met with the media after shoot-around earlier today and basically said that he's going to try and give it a go. Here's what he had to say. Quote, "It's all right. It's still painful. We'll see how I feel before the game. We'll do everything possible to try and play." That doesn't sound like a guy who's ready to return to the court, in my opinion. I think you have to remain patient if you are the Dallas Mavericks here. You don't want to force Luka Doncic back into action if he's, 75, 80%, just to try and slow down a 3-game losing streak, which obviously you don't want those to stack up. And this injury came at a bad time before a 4-game road trip. But your next game isn't for another 4 days, so I think sitting him one more game could make some sense. So what do you guys think? Will Luka play tonight? Type Y for yes, type N for no. Get your votes in the comments. Will Luka Doncic play on Wednesday night, or Tuesday night, tonight, against the Los Angeles Clippers? I personally do not expect him to play. You listen to the quote. He says there's still pain. He says he's going to do everything possible to play, but I don't know what you can really do. If another few days goes by and this is just a pain kind of tolerance issue, then okay, eventually you may have to play through pain, but I would give him another game off at least. Here's the latest stretch here. The Mavs are 0-3 without him, but they've been close. Lost by 6 to the Clippers last time, of course. Had the back-to-back in Phoenix when they were up heading into the fourth in both games. But the curse against the Suns has continued here, and now you get another crack at the Clippers tonight. And we all know Luka Doncic is the Clippers' daddy. But that being said, I think sitting him is the smart move. But they clearly miss him. I mean, there's no doubt about that. You're not going to replace 25 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists with one guy. That's just not how things have to go. The Mavs have played fairly well despite losing all 3. They just got to get a little bit more juice offensively. I would sit Luka for one more game, reevaluate. Tonight's the 23rd. They don't play again until the 27th against the Washington Wizards coming up, I believe, on Saturday. Saturday against the Wizards. So you'd give him 3 extra days of rest, and then he gets to hopefully be closer to 90, 95% by then. Let's say he's 80 now. Maybe he gets closer to 100 between now and Saturday. If his knee is still in big pain, I just don't see how playing him is a very smart move if you are the Dallas Mavericks. But we'll see if he ends up giving it a go in tonight's ball game. Something that is a guarantee is how good of a deal this is. This Mavericks quarter zip jacket is 50% off. Happy Christmas to you, because you can get this thing for half price right now for $35. It's normally $70. Right now it's 50% off. Go to chatsports.com/mavzip. One more time, that is chatsports.com/mavzip. We have a link in the comments. We'll have one in the description as well. Click and shop today and get 50% off, but it only works if you go to our link below, chatsports.com/mavzip. Get a hell of a deal from our partners, Fanatics, today. Let's talk some trade rumors now. De'Aaron Fox. Could the Mavericks target him in a trade? Of course, Sacramento just fired embattled head coach Luke Walton And many believe maybe they could blow up this roster. I mean, this has kind of been a talking point for a year or two now. People were like, okay, you're going to trade Buddy Hield. They opted not to. There's been a lot of chatter. Well, can De'Aaron Fox and Tyrese Halliburton play long-term together? A lot of people believe they're going to get split up. I personally would love De'Aaron Fox in Dallas. He would give you an elite athlete at the point guard position, and he can play some two guard as well, so you could line him next to Luka. He would give Luka an extra playmaker, give him some rest at times, and B, it just gives you another quality player overall. De'Aaron Fox is a 20-point scorer who actually averaged 25 last year. His numbers are down this year, but I still think this is a really good young talent. Not shooting the ball particularly well this year, but it is early. I like his game. He's super fast. He can get out into the open court and make things happen. I think this team could get up and down a little bit more with a guy like De'Aaron Fox. Right now, this team isn't really built to run and gun that much, but with Fox, that could certainly change, and it would give the Mavs some easy baskets in transition, whereas at times, this offense has been a little bit stagnant so far this year. More on this possibility coming up in just a moment, but first, hit that subscribe button. We will have free videos all season long for your Dallas Mavericks here on this channel, so hit that subscribe button. We'll have the latest news, rumors. We'll continue to monitor Luka Doncic's injury status. All you got to do is hit that subscribe button. It's youtube.com/MavsTV. I think these would be some of the players to keep in mind in a potential trade for De'Aaron Fox. I don't think you would trade Kristaps Porzingis to get him, and quite frankly, I don't think Sacramento would take him. I think Jalen Brunson would be that top guy. We'll talk more about him in a moment. Reggie Bullock as well. After December 15th, you could ship him out. Dorian Finney-Smith, Maxi Kleber, and Dwight Powell. I think these are all guys that you could move in a trade. I think Jalen Brunson would be that top guy to potentially move because he's a really good young talent, although Fox is a little bit better in my opinion. Mavs also have a 2025 first-round pick, so could you package Brunson first and some kind of salary filler to help kind of the salary cap out? Maybe that's a possibility. We'd have to wait and see, but a guy like De'Aaron Fox on this roster I think would give you a really good athlete at a position where you don't have a ton of athleticism at the point guard spot. So I think it would be interesting. I think he would be a nice addition to this squad, and I do wonder what Sacramento's plans are in the short term and in the long term with kind of a convoluted roster with some talent but no real direction, as they currently don't have a permanent head coach. So what do you think? Be Nico Harrison for a minute, the GM. Would you trade for De'Aaron Fox? Type 1 for yes, type 2 for no. I think if the package was right, it could certainly be something that makes some sense, but let me know what you guys think down in the comments section. Now tonight, the Mavericks take on the Clippers in Los Angeles for the final game of this 4-game road trip. I want you guys to predict the score down in the comments. Let us know who you think is going to win and what the final score is going to end up being. I'll be, commenting with you guys down there as well. I'll probably predict the Clippers since Luka's not going to play, but hopefully I'm wrong. Get your score predictions in, and we'll see you soon here on Mavericks Today.